Just starting. All right, so we're going live. Hi everyone, welcome to Teach Meet WA Reach, the very first episode. Today we have two people joining us and myself as well presenting. So we're just going to go through and introduce ourselves first. So I'll flick over to you, Mel, if you want to talk about who you are, where you are situated and what your job role is.
Hi everyone, I'm Mel Hancock. I'm the principal at Chapman Valley Primary School, which is a really small level 3 school in rural Midwest, which is about 40 k's northeast of Geraldton. So we've got quite a big regional centre close to us, which is really nice. But I'm really excited for Teach Meet WA Reach because I've been watching all of the fabulous things that the Teach Meters in Perth have been doing and watching from afar, not always or hardly ever able to participate or get into it. So I'm really excited that the Teach Meters have come up with this awesome facility for us country kids to participate.
Thank you, Mel. Adam, did you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thanks, Hannah. My name's Adam Brooks. I am an IT and Japanese teacher at Colby Catholic College in Rockingham. So I'm quite new to teaching myself. This is only my third year. I come from 7 years in the software industry as a coder originally, and then into product management. So I'm really excited to be a part of Teach Me WA. It's really helped me out as a teacher to expand my own knowledge base and feel like I'm a part of a wide network of teachers that can collaborate and share ideas. So thanks for letting me be a part of it today.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam. And my name's Hannah Dodds. Twitter handle Miss H Dodds, and I am a pre-primary teacher now at Harrisdale Primary School. Kind of in the same boat as Mel last year. I was up at South Newman Primary, so I know what it's like to be a little bit far away and wanting to come down and see Teach Meets and things. So I'm also really excited about Teach Meet Reach and where it can go. So I look forward to doing some more of these in the future, maybe alongside Adam and Mel. And branching it out a little bit more. So I'll just go through what we're doing today, and I'll share my screen now to our slides to discuss with our audience quickly. So Pav was going to join us today, and this idea has kind of come a lot from her, I suppose, and we've kind of discussed where this could lead. So thanks, Pav, for all of your ideas. The other Twitter handle was Kerry. So Kerry's made a lovely video which we'll reference very shortly. And we've got Adam's Twitter handle, mine, and Mel's is on her screen. So after the Hangout today, you can access the YouTube video through the bit.ly link, and we'll share that after to Twitter and Facebook as well. If you have questions throughout the live broadcast, you can hashtag TeachMeetWAReach, and I'll be checking that through the presentations if anyone wants their questions answered. And our objectives for today, which Adam very kindly put together, is that for episode 1, you would feel a bit more connected no matter where you're situated. You might develop some online tools to expand your professional learning network through Twitter and some other few things. Become aware of Teach Meet Reach sessions and how to connect, and develop a repertoire of technology tools to connect with other educators. So very exciting. I'm going to head over to Mel in a second just to talk about how this will expand opportunities for remote teachers, I suppose, and maybe some ideas of using that in remote settings. Kerry was going to present, but I'll just reference her later, and Adam, and then me. So Mel, I'm going to switch over to you. Would you like to just briefly talk about some opportunities for remote teachers and how this might work for them? And Adam and I will switch our cameras and mics off while you take the stage.
So as I was saying in my little spiel earlier, I'm so excited for Teach Meet Reach because it really does offer us educators that are a little bit further away from Perth the opportunity to connect with each other. And if you haven't already seen the Teach Meet WA Facebook page, I've already just benefited so much from connecting with the educators that participate in that page. It really is an absolutely wonderful, positive and proactive environment to sort of get together, and so this feels like a natural extension of that, where we can learn from each other with a little bit more detail and experience. So what I would love to see happen is a bit of a reflection of the things that do take place in Perth, because there are some amazing educators that we're seeing do some fantastic things in Perth at these Teach Meets, and it's really exciting to see so many fabulous things happening, and I would be really excited to see these same things happening on an online forum such as this. So yeah, Teach Meet Reach offers a lot of excellent opportunities, not only because we can record live as we are now, which is a little bit daunting, but people are going to be able to access it on our YouTube channel, or on the YouTube channel. I won't claim it just yet. On the YouTube channel following our live session. So it is really exciting, Hannah and Adam, and I'm really grateful for being included in this opportunity.
I agree with you there, Mel, and I think also not only for Perth presenters to get online, but I'm excited to see what country teachers are doing too. I know my school last year, South Newman Primary, were very advanced with all of the technology use and things, and some of those girls that were teaching up there are doing amazing stuff, and I bet you are too in Geraldton and all across the state. I bet there's a lot that they can share back and present as well. So even if we can get a lot more presenters from the country schools to come on board and present their ideas, because that would be a great opportunity for them and us as Perth teachers to see what they're doing. Yeah.
I totally agree with you there, Hannah. We've got some amazing teachers up here, and they're dealing with some pretty complex situations. You know, my school has got 2 classrooms. One's got K-2 in one classroom, the other one's got Year 3 to 6. So the whole multi-age classrooms present some pretty individualised challenges that a lot of us are experiencing out here in the country, and I know that we've got lots of really fantastic things happening. So it would be great to share from our end as well as hear from the Perth side of things what's happening.
Definitely, yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing, Mel, and it's great to have you here today. Our next thing that is going to happen, I'm just going to screen share Kerry's presentation and show people where they can access that. So Kerry's very kindly made a YouTube video all about Twitter and how you can expand your professional learning network. So there is a YouTube channel for TeachMeet, and our presentation as well will get stored here after we finish the live broadcast today. And Adam and I and Pav were talking about starting to develop a couple more videos to pop on here just as professional learning. So Kerry's video is there. It's about 10 minutes long. So for today, I thought I'd just talk about Twitter quickly. And I suppose we can talk about it too. Mel, you've got Twitter and Adam does too. So pretty much it's just a place for connecting with more educators. You can share what you're doing on there. You can find ideas. I think it's kind of like Pinterest, somewhere to go, especially with technology, trying to find things to do or how to broaden your technology use in your classroom. So I found it really helpful, and also a place to find opportunities for further professional learning and PDs and things. Mel and Adam, did you want to discuss any things you found helpful from using Twitter, or how you find it useful?
Yeah, I absolutely love Twitter. Whenever I go to a PD, I basically just all my thoughts. Instead of taking notes these days, I basically just find the hashtag for that conference or for that PD and you know, just tweet my thoughts and jot down my notes on Twitter as we go. And then at the end of the day, I've got this beautiful big stream of information that is not only my ideas but the ideas of all of the people surrounding me, and I just love that. I just love the collaborative nature of Twitter, and that's the only sort of reason I use Twitter, is just to sort of collaborate with other educators. I love it.
Perfect. And Adam, what about you? You use Twitter quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah. So the big thing for me is because you've only got a small amount of characters, you really have to kind of consolidate what it is that you're trying to say. So when you're at a PD and you're getting all of this information coming through, one of the best things is that you have to try and consolidate what's being said and share that information. And you get all these great ideas of people adding on to what's being said, or just taking like a single quote out that you can kind of take away with you and ponder on. So that for me is one of the biggest advantages. But just in general, one of the best things is in Twitter you're actually getting a feed from all of the other people that you're connected to. So when they see ideas that they've seen and read about and think that they're great, then you suddenly get this stream of information, and you can sometimes get a bit lost in there in the evening sometimes. I find that you know, I'm really passionate about like STEAM and project-based learning, and you've got all of these great ideas coming through. Yeah, I find it's a really great way of, if you've got people on the same wavelength as you, you can get all of these brand new ideas for your classroom.
I agree with you. And I also think it's good because last year I've been to a few conferences and they had a hashtag, and then this year I'm like, ooh, I remember that idea from the conference last year, but I can't remember who presented or what it was. And just the hashtags even are such a good thing to just type in, go back to like a year ago and find the idea that people were talking about or what was presented. So it's really cool. So Adam, just building on that now, it's your turn to talk about TweetDeck, and you were also going to talk about Google Slides and share some of those tools for people. So Mel and I will switch our cameras off, and it's over to you when you're ready.
Cheers, thank you, Hannah. So what I'm going to talk to you today is about two tools that you can use. The first tool that we're going to look at is called TweetDeck. So I'm just going to share my screen with you here. We'll just, hopefully that loads up. And so TweetDeck is a tool that kind of adds on to Twitter. It's a free tool, so you can just kind of Google TweetDeck and it will come up. And so on TweetDeck, we are looking at kind of live Twitter feeds. So we can see when we first load up, for example, some of our own notifications and our own homepage. We can also see messages come through. You'll notice also that I've got two accounts here. So I've got my my normal account, and this was one that I set up for my Japanese resources. And but what we can also do is, say for example, we're looking at the TeachMeet WA reach. So TMWA reach is the hashtag that we're looking at today. So if I click on this magnifying glass here, sorry, if I click on the plus sign here and I go to search, and if I type in here TMWA reach with the hashtag at the beginning, and I want to see any tweets and from all users, but you can filter out this information as well. So if I add this column in, you'll notice here that Mel's just posted up here about TweetDeck and me showing it off here. But we can also see all the fields that have come through, all the posts that have come through, sorry, since the beginning of this TMW reach hashtag. So it's a really great way of following along at a PD session, or when we're using a back channel like we are today. So a back channel just refers to this way of of kind of chatting through the Twitter interface using a particular hashtag. So if you want to join in today, I encourage you to go to TweetDeck if you're on your computer. Otherwise, you can just use the general Twitter interface. So here's just a normal Twitter interface here that you've got, and you can just put that hashtag in yourself. But the TweetDeck is really quite useful for following along on days like today. So I can let you have a play around with that. If you do have questions, feel free to post them in now, and make sure you use that hashtag of TMWA Reach, and I can answer those questions afterwards. All right, so the second thing I'm going to talk to you today about is Google Slides. Now, Google Slides is part of the Google Apps for Education suite, and it's basically a similar presentation tool to PowerPoint or Keynote. The reason for me that I find that Google Slides is a bit of a game changer in the classroom is because it's free to use. It's also quite easy to share and collaborate, and it's also very interactive. So I'm just going to actually show you how to use that. So I haven't actually created a slideshow. I'm going to do that as we speak. So if you've got a Google account of any sort, it doesn't have to be the Google Apps for Education that's set up for schools, just your general Google account. If you go into Mail, so Gmail or Google Drive or any of those apps, you should see this 9 squares up in the top right-hand corner. If you click on that, you can click on a new Google Slides document, and that will just open up here. And you've got a whole heap of templates that you can use. So if you click on this more, you can see down the bottom here that there's a whole heap of education templates there. I'm not actually going to use one of those today. I'm just going to click on the plus sign here to create a new document. So if you've used PowerPoint or Keynote before, Google Slides is really quite easy to use. I'm just going to use a template here. So if I click on the slate template, it will change all the document there, and we'll call this TMW Reach, and my name is Adam Brooks. So if I want to add a slide, so why Google Slides? For me, the first thing is, so not many places where you can go where you can get those free apps used. It comes available on all your devices, so you can use it on your iPhone or Android devices. You can use it on a laptop, and you can pick it up from any computer around the world. It's also easy to share. So if I wanted to share this presentation with you afterwards, which I will do, all I have to do is click on the share button. It's asking me for the name here of the document, and I can actually just click on this Get Shareable link, and then I can provide anyone with the link to be able to view that presentation afterwards. So I can easily share it through the web, and there we go, it's all done. The other thing we can do is we can collaborate. So if I wanted to share this document in a different way, I can add someone else in. Okay, so if I wanted Hannah to be able to edit this document, I can add her a note here, and then Hannah can log in, and she can edit that document. But the best thing is that Hannah can come in and edit this document at exactly the same time that I am. Really great way of collaborating with your teacher peers if you're working on a presentation together. But think about how you might use that in the classroom. Also, it's interactive. And I'm not going to use this new feature today, but if I go into presenting this slide, you'll notice here that in the presenter view, you've now got this audience Q&A. So imagine using this at a TeachMeet or even within your own classroom. You've got this new feature here in Google Slides where if you go to this particular link up the top here, questions will appear here as we go along, and you can actually vote on those. So I'm not sure if anyone in the Twitter sphere or in Google Hangouts world is able to type that in to their browser at the moment. They could actually add a question here if you wanted to right now, and it should appear, and you can vote on that as we speak. So once again, really great for within your own classroom, but also great for your teachmates as well. All right. So that's one of the real great reasons that I love using Google Slides. I'm just going to hop out of here now and go back. So just to summarise, the reason I use Google Slides over those other tools is because it's free and it's really easy to share around. You can collaborate really easily, and those interactive tools are just amazing. So I'll throw it back to Hannah in the the office.
Well,
I was trying to figure out what to call it.
I'm just following on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen, Adam, but everyone is tweeting about what you're talking about. So TweetDeck, some really good feedback there. I've never seen TweetDeck before, so that's a really good way to organise yourself with Twitter, and especially when there's so many hashtags and things. So thanks for sharing that.
No worries at all.
And yeah, I really love the Google Slides overview that you just discussed. I think that question and answer feature is really cool. I had a few other ideas just to add to what you've said. So I know that you're at a high school. We also, in our pre-primary class, have been fiddling around with Google Slides a little bit, and it's such a great tool for differentiation. You've got those children who might need higher questions than the ones that are catering at their own year level, and you need to stretch them a little bit further. So Google Slides is so good for just pushing that extra top end of your kids, I suppose, and I guess the lower end too. And yeah, it's pretty cool with the question and answer feature, how it's interactive now so that they can be a bit more in tune. And I suppose that tool as well is so good for kids making their own presentations and that kind of thing, and collaborating for kids in the classroom. So awesome idea. And I was just going to add too, even if you don't have Google Apps for Education at your school, you can get personal accounts and create your own Google Slides. So yeah, just another thing to add. I noticed Pav has just joined us. Hi Pav, how are you? Oh, your microphone is off, Pav. Might just have to switch that on. Is she there? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, you're dropping out a little bit, Pav. Might be the connection there. Mel, did you have anything else you wanted to add about Google Slides or questions?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Pav. How are you?
Keep talking.
Oh, did you guys have anything else you wanted to add to what Adam was talking about?
No, I think what he's talking about is exactly what we want to hear. And I would love to hear what all the others in the regional and remote areas are doing as well, and how they're communicating with their peers, and what they would want from their city friends as well. Because at the end of the day, the more collaboration that we have between regional remotes and us, the better it is. So please give us a lot of feedback about what your needs are, so we can actually try from here to provide you with whatever you need, but vice versa as well. We want to hear what's happening in your world, and we would love to learn with you as well. So I'm so glad. I just want to say thank you to all, especially to Hannah and Adam, who worked really hard through this whole process of getting the Hangouts going. So I'm hoping all of you appreciate the time and effort both of them have been, they've been working really, really hard on this. So I'm really pleased to see all this come together within a week of having the idea going. So thank you.
No, thank you, Pav. It's such a good idea, and I think you just joined us, but Mel was talking about earlier how she's really excited for it in country areas as well. And yeah, I think it's going to expand opportunities for everyone. And already just looking at my phone on Twitter, I can see everyone's interacting. So it's really exciting that they're all connecting with us today. So just moving on.
Just making sure that if...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what were you going to say? Sorry.
Everyone who is not on our Facebook group, because we've got nearly 5,000 other teachers on there, actually 5,200 at this point in time. We would love to see more people join in and build this community of good practice, etc. within a very supportive network. Never feel isolated, so please join that. And please, please, please widen your professional learning network by joining Twitter as well. Look at me. I mean, it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for technology today. I'm standing in a car park at a shopping centre and talking to all of you. So,
and rocking it right near you do, by the way.
Yes, it's a bit funky. I'm going to ball of I should have done it just for you guys.
All
right.
Well, thank you for popping in, Tab. All right, we'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
Okay. See ya. Bye. So I'm just going to talk about now quickly Google Hangouts. And Adam, I know you're really good with Google Apps, so please at the end add to it if you want to. I'll just start screen sharing. So pretty much same thing with Google Slides. Like if you have a Google account or Gmail account, you can access Google Hangouts. I just took a screenshot of you, Mel, before. So this is what my screen looks like, because if I screen share my video at the moment, it goes a bit crazy. So over on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of tools and things that you can use with the Hangout. Basically, though, all you need to do is play it, add your friends in your circle, and you can just do that by typing in their Gmail address by adding with that little add person button there. If you want a live hangout, you can schedule those in advance, and I'm just going to show you what that will look like. So I'll just screen share my other screen now. 2 seconds. Cool. So I think you're hopefully seeing that. Oops. Let's try again. Here we go. Okay. Rightio. So if I'm just on usual Google, like Adam said before, how you can get the slides, you can click on the little square button over here. Google Hangouts is a part of Google+. If you're at a Google Apps for Education school, your administrator usually has to enable Google Plus to be able to access this. Over on the left-hand side, there's a drop-down tab, and there's Hangouts. There's also events where you can have a look at pre-organized Hangouts, and it'll just take you there if you follow the prompts. This is your general Hangout page if you just want to video call people and do one that's not on air. If you want to organize a Hangout on air, that's pretty much like we're doing today. It's a live broadcast. It saves to your YouTube channel. Lots of other people around Australia use it and the world to hang out. Adam was even telling me he had an interview with Google Hangouts before, so that's pretty cool too. To create and schedule a Hangout on air, you just create a Hangout by pressing the button and follow the prompts. Once you've created one and you've done all of that, you can see your scheduled Hangouts in your Events tab just on the left-hand side. So our one for today is here, and pretty much today I just pressed start and I added in Adam and Mel through the add button, and that's how the presenters can start. For everyone else, they can just press play and watch the live feed here, or it also saves to the YouTube channel after the broadcast has finished. So that will happen once we finish today. And yeah, that's pretty much the very short version of what is a Hangout and how do you organize one. I suppose if you want more information, there are a lot of the Google tutorials and things online that you can have a look at and that kind of thing. So pretty much that was it really, unless Adam or Mel, you wanted to add anything about Google Hangouts. I suppose the only other thing was about the little logo I have down the bottom. You can add that with the Hangout toolbox. But other than that, I think that was it, really. Sorry, I went through that a bit fast.
No, it
Adam
was
or Mel,
awesome.
did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think you've covered it there. Look, what I guess today was about for when we were first talking about this idea a week ago, and yes, it was only a week ago that we came up with this idea. But the whole idea of today was to allow those teachers, particularly the ones that are in remote and regional Western Australia, to feel like they can still participate as a community, and that there are tools at their disposal to actually make that come to life. Google Hangouts is really easy to use, and so I know there's a few people out there who might be a bit technophobic. It doesn't take long to set up, and I guess what we're trying to say to you here today is that there's a community here that will support you and make those visions come to life.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Adam. Good summary there. Well done. And Mel, did you want to add anything else before we talk about the live voting for the next episode?
Yeah, I do. In terms of the remote and regional options that we have available to us, I'm loving the sharing and all of the things that we're seeing our city counterparts take part in. I know it's a very similar scenario for us in the country, that our internet isn't that flash. So I've gone to I've set up the whole Google Education suite within my school, only to find that it's not that effective. So I would really love to hear from other people in the country what they're doing to overcome that problem. I know we focus on using technology that doesn't need the internet, so we're doing a lot of creating on the iPads and things like that to sort of try and counteract. So things like, you know, iMovie and Comic Life and Book Creator and some of those sorts of apps we use really regularly to sort of still get into our technology, get our technology fix that doesn't necessarily sort of need the internet. So although these tools are absolutely awesome, you know, for some of us they're not always available, and it'd be really cool to hear what other people are doing with technology without the internet.
That could certainly be a topic maybe for one of our next episodes. I think you've got the ball rolling there. What a good idea. So I'm just going to pass over to Adam now to talk about live voting for the next episode. Mel, that's a really good idea, and maybe in the future we could add that to our next episode's vote, and maybe connect a lot of country people and regional remote people to talk about ways that they're overcoming challenges that they have in their settings. Maybe that could be another one that we add to the list. But for now, over to Adam, and you're just going to talk about the Twitter voting.
Sure, thank you, Hannah. I just wanted to say, Kerry, as well, that issue is not just an issue for regional and remote Australia. A number of schools in the metro area are having the same issues and trying to overcome that. So it sounds like a great topic that that we can talk about in the future. We have talked about 3 topics that we would like to put out to a vote to the Twitter sphere. So I'm going to show you how we will do that, just so that you know how to use this tool as well. So I'm going to screen share my screen just to show you how this is all done. All right, so if you go to, I couldn't find this on TweetDeck, but if you have a look at Twitter itself, down the bottom here you've got this option for a poll. So I've actually done this beforehand. So you click on here to create a poll. It has 2 by default, but you can click on this add a choice. So 3 topics that we have for the next TMWA Reach session are tech tools that we can use for record keeping. So maybe record keeping for your PL and PD. It might also be record keeping for the administration tasks that you're doing around the school. We've also got one here for integrating tech resources, and also one for resources for collaboration and productivity. So I'm going to post this out live to the Twitter sphere, and it's now up to you guys what we choose for the next session. So here we go. So we'll keep that vote open for the next 24 hours, and we'll let you know through Facebook and Twitter what the outcome is for our next session.
Awesome.
I'll pass
Thank
back to
you
Hannah.
so much, Adam. Yep, what a cool feature. And I suppose other people, when they do Teachmates, can now use that in person, or if they do online Hangouts and things. So thanks for sharing how to do that. I think that's such a good idea. So that's pretty much it for today. Thanks so much, Adam and Mel, for joining us and sharing your ideas. And hopefully this kicks off Teachmeet WA Reach and episodes to come. And yeah, really excited that you could join us. Did you want to say anything before we finish our Hangout today? I'll pass over to Mel first. Anything else you wanted to add?
Just to say thanks. It's a fabulous idea, and I'm really excited for what it will bring in the future.
Awesome. And Adam, anything else you want to add before we finish up today?
Yeah, once again, thank you for letting me be a part of it. And I guess we're looking from a Teachmeet perspective that this isn't going to be us doing this every time. So we want you to be a part of this, and you to run a future TMWA Reach session. So if you've got ideas about what you want to do as a topic, feel free to get in contact with us, and yeah, it's exciting a new start to Teachmeet WA.
Awesome, thank you. And just a reminder for everyone before we click off and finish our live broadcast today, after the session there is the bit.ly link, and the video will be stored so you can watch this over again if it went a bit too fast for you, and have a look at those tools that Adam shared and what Mel was talking about, maybe connecting with country people or having a look at Google Hangouts. So thank you very much, Mel and Adam, and I'm going to finish the broadcast now, and yeah, we hope to hear from you with those hashtags as well, and the live voting for next time. See you later, everyone.
Keep those tweets coming.
Yep.